I've been investing in the stock market for about 8 years now, and I was wondering, how much money I've made now for all time in the stock market. How would that compare if I just put that initial money into, like, say, a savings account? So I went to this calculator site to figure that out, and we'll go through different APYs and see how it compares to my actual investment account. So I looked in the past in my Robinhood account, saw that my very initial deposit was $200. So we'll start with that. So $200 into a savings account back in 2017, I would have earned 0.06% APY. So that's the annual percentage yield. That's how much money they'll pay you in interest. The bank will pay you in interest for that year. So if you started with $200 and kept it in the savings account at the bank for 8 years, you would have made 96 cents. Wow. Super low. But maybe, that percentage yield hasn't always been that low. Maybe you could get it for 1%. So if you put in $200, after 8 years, you would have $216.67. Still super low and sad. Now let's pretend that you could get a APY for 3.5%, which is what you could find today. Put in $200, make a percentage profit of 32%, roughly $65, but that's still super low. And pretend that you could find a super high APY of 5%, stick $200 in there, let it sit there for 8 years, compound interest even, and you start with $200. At the end of 8 years, your account's about $300. Still super low that for your money to grow, almost 50% profit. And let's look at if it was a 10% APY. So that's what the stock market, the S&P 500, has returned on average for its entire existence. It's roughly 10% return on your investment. So if you put in $200, you would take out $445.30, and it more than doubles your money. So that's great. For all time, my portfolio has grown 58%, which is way higher than what it would have been in a savings account sitting there. Not that they're bad. I mean, you should keep a good emergency fund there in a savings account where you can access it and have that money when you need it. And of course, markets can go up or down. I could have lost money in this portfolio. You never know. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. But, if you're not investing, you're missing out. So why not start today? In fact, you could sign up for Robinhood with my link in the description, and we each get a little slice of stock. Could be about $5, and that could get you started into investing, and then you can learn as you go and see your money grow, hopefully. In the comments, let me know what app you're using if you're already investing in something, or just if you're new to investing and never done it before. I'd love to know that too.